I was frozen. The lipstick was still in my hand. The mirror reflected everything: the eyeliner, the blush, the dress, the secret I had kept for so long. And right behind me, Mom stood in the doorway, silent, watching. My heart pounded like a drum. Mom. I can explain. She didn't blink, didn't yell, didn't even look mad. She just smiled. "Oh, sweetheart," she said, stepping inside. "You've been doing it all wrong." I gasped. I braced for a lecture, a scolding. But instead, she walked over to my vanity, picked up my lipstick, and twisted it open. "This shade is all wrong for you," she said casually. "Wait, what?" I watched stunned as she grabbed a different one, a deep rose pink. "Now, tilt your head up." Mom wasn't mad. She was taking over my makeover. Before I knew it, she fixed my lipstick. She blended my eyeshadow. She styled my wig with gentle hands. I sat there, speechless. "There," she said proudly, stepping back. "Now you look perfect." I turned to the mirror and gasped. I had never looked so feminine, so real. Mom crossed her arms, smirking. "Now, tell me the truth. How long have you been doing this?" I gulped. Should I confess? Should I lie? Was this a trap? I froze. My heart pounded so hard it felt like it would burst out of my chest. Mom stood in the doorway, her eyes locked onto me, her son standing in front of the mirror, fully dressed in a silky pink dress, delicate stockings, and perfectly applied makeup. Her lips parted slightly, but no words came out. The silence stretched between us like an unbearable weight. My breath caught in my throat as I waited for the explosion, the scolding, the judgment, the disappointment. But then something unexpected happened. Mom stepped inside, closed the door behind her, and folded her arms. A strange smile tugged at the corner of her lips. "Well, I have to admit, I didn't see this coming," she said, tilting her head as she scanned me from head to toe. I swallowed hard, my hands trembling as I reached up to pull off the wig. "Mom, I can explain." She raised a hand, cutting me off. "No need. I already understand." My eyes widened. "You do?" Mom nodded slowly and took a step forward. "Sweetheart, sit down." I hesitated, still unsure whether I was about to be comforted or completely torn apart. But I obeyed, sinking onto the edge of my bed. Mom sat beside me, her gaze soft but unreadable. "I've always known you were different," she admitted, her fingers reaching out to tuck a stray curl of my wig behind my ear. "But I never imagined this." I looked down, ashamed. "I'm sorry, it makes me feel beautiful," she finished for me. I nodded, my throat too tight to speak. Mom let out a small chuckle, shaking her head. "Well, I'll be honest, your makeup needs a little work. And that dress, it's all wrong for your skin tone." My head snapped up in shock. "What?" She smirked. "If you're going to do this, you might as well do it right." I stared at her, unable to believe what I was hearing. Was she actually accepting this? Then, before I could fully process it, Mom stood up and clapped her hands together. "All right, sweetheart. We're doing a full makeover. I'm taking charge." My jaw dropped. "Wait, what?" Mom gave me a mischievous grin. "You heard me. If you're going to be my daughter tonight, we're doing this properly." I sat there, completely stunned. Was this really happening? Instead of yelling, instead of being disappointed, Mom was taking over my makeover. "All right, sweetheart. First things first, your foundation is all wrong." She marched over to my vanity, scanning the makeup products I had nervously collected over the past few months. Some were cheap, some were gifts I had secretly taken, and others were experimental purchases I had made in moments of bravery. Mom picked up my foundation bottle, gave it a quick shake, and squinted at it like a detective solving a case. "Too dark for your complexion. No wonder it looks patchy," she muttered. I sat frozen on the bed, watching as she sorted through my things like a professional stylist. This was surreal. Was she really about to help me, become a better girl. She turned to me and smiled. Come on, let's start fresh. Mom, I don't understand. My voice was barely a whisper. You're not mad. She sighed, her expression softening. I won't lie, I was surprised. But mad? No, I love you, no matter what. And if this makes you happy, then I want to do it right. A lump formed in my throat. I wanted to cry, to hug her, to say a million things at once, but all I managed was a choked, thank you. Mom chuckled. No tears, sweetie, you'll ruin your mascara. I let out a small laugh, wiping my eyes. Now, she continued, if you're going to be my daughter for the night, we need to fix a few things. She pulled my chair closer to the mirror and patted the seat. Sit. Let's do this properly. I hesitated for a moment before sliding into the chair. My heart raced as I watched her grab a makeup wipe and start removing the mess I had made. Lesson 1, she said as she worked, blending is everything. I watched in awe as she carefully applied a new layer of foundation, effortlessly smoothing it over my skin. The difference was immediate. My face looked flawless. Mom tilted her head and smiled. Much better. I stared at my reflection, barely recognizing myself. Now, she said, picking up an eyeshadow palette, let's talk about colors. I sat there, my breath shallow as Mom swiped different shades of eyeshadow across my eyelids. She was so focused, like an artist working on a masterpiece. You have such delicate features, she murmured, tilting her head. Soft pinks will suit you better than those dark colors you used before. I couldn't believe this was happening. My own mother was giving me a makeover, not out of anger, not as a punishment, but because she wanted to. Her fingers were gentle as she blended the colors, her touch careful and practiced. Now, look up, she instructed, holding a mascara wand dangerously close to my eye. I obeyed, feeling my stomach twist in anticipation. The wand brushed against my lashes, and suddenly, they looked longer, fuller, almost too perfect. Mom smiled. See, that's how you do it. Flirty and feminine. I swallowed. Mom, why are you so okay with this? She paused for a moment, as if choosing her words carefully. Because I know this isn't just some game for you. My chest tightened, she knew. She set the mascara down and met my gaze in the mirror. I've known for a while, sweetheart. A cold shiver ran down my spine. You have. She nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. Mothers notice things. The missing lipstick, the way you admire certain outfits, the hesitation when you look in the mirror like something's missing. I couldn't speak. My hands trembled in my lap. But I needed you to tell me in your own time, she continued. I didn't want to push. I wanted you to feel safe. A tear slipped down my cheek, ruining the freshly applied blush. Mom sighed and wiped it away. Now, we just got you looking pretty. I let out a shaky laugh, my heart pounding. This wasn't just about a makeover anymore. This was acceptance. Mom, my voice cracked. Does this mean you're okay with it? She leaned in and kissed my forehead. I love you no matter what. If this is who you are, then let's embrace it fully. A warmth spread through my chest, a feeling I had never known before, complete and total acceptance. Mom picked up a dress from my secret stash and held it up. Now, if we're doing this, we're doing it right. Time for the perfect outfit. What happens next? Mom is fully on board, but does she have a plan of her own? And what if someone else in the family finds out?